You're welcome to the Friends and Family Show, coming to you live on Channel One TV. And we are coming to you live from our studios here at number 5 Ola Hansen Lane in Tesano. My name is Noyo Kwote, and we're going to have a very, very interesting conversation today. You know, on this show, we get real. We bring you all the stories just as they are. We show emotions. We're happy most of the times, but we'll let you know just exactly how it's supposed to be. Now, here's what. I'd want for you to be a part of the conversation, like always. So send me a message via WhatsApp on the number 020-444-7033. That is 020-444-7033. Don't forget to add your name and location, because we're about to do this together. Now, I bet that, you know, sometimes of our lives, we've definitely gone through some health challenges, okay? Some of these ones are quite serious. Some of them are the regular ones that, you know, you go in and out of, like, you know, the really minute ones. But we're talking about surviving health issues. And I have 3 wonderful people on the guest today who are willing to share their stories. So we're going to get into this conversation. But before we do, I'd want for you to find me on social media. On Instagram, you can find me at na_oyo_kwote. When you do, don't forget to hit the like and the follow button. I'll be right back after this break. We'll get into this serious conversation. Don't go away.
This June, the Business Wave is back, and it's bigger than ever. The City Business Festival 2025 on City FM and Channel One TV, where it's all about business. This June, we will be celebrating Ghanaian businesses, re-examining our business modules and practices through our business fora, and sharing knowledge through our on-air business discussions. Make a business date with the on-air series every weekday at 9 a.m. on the City Breakfast Show on 97.3 City FM and 10 a.m. on Breakfast Daily on Channel One TV. From expert interviews to real-world insights to the tools you need to grow. Don't miss a single moment this June. It's the City Business Festival 2025, celebrating everything business. Only on City FM and Channel One TV. Your business, your future, your time is now. Stay tuned, stay inspired, and let's grow together. The City Business Festival 2025, celebrating everything business.
The City Business Festival 2025 is powered by 97.3 City FM and Channel One TV, and it's proudly sponsored by Absa Bank, MTN Business, and Zondertech Ghana Limited.
You're welcome back to the Friends and Family Show, live on Channel One TV. Still coming to you live from our studios at number 5 Ola Hansen Lane in Tesano. My name is Noyo Kwote, and like I said before we went on a break, we're talking about surviving health issues, and it's quite serious. You know, the journey is intense and all of that. Probably you have gone through that. You would want to share that with me as well. You can send me a message, be specific about that health condition, and then you add your name and location via WhatsApp on the number 020-444-7033. All right, welcome. And in the studio, I have 2 lovely ladies and a gentleman I'm going to introduce to you right about now. You're welcome. And I have Reverend John Azuma, who is a manager for Motherly Love Orphanage.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you,
Oh, you're
madam.
welcome, Reverend. Reverend.
Thank
Hallelujah.
You. Amen. Yes.
And well, he started the orphanage with the orphanage in 2008.
Exactly.
And have been living with HIV for 25 years.
Yes.
Good. Now I have Madame Comfort Owusu, who is a breast cancer survivor. Hi. I like you're looking bright in the white.
Thank you.
I don't know if there's something about white, but white is, a perfect color.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And I have my own Swiss auntie, Ruth Ablajololo. You're very welcome.
Thank
You're
you.
also a breast cancer survivor.
Yes,
It's really
please.
nice to see you.
Thank you.
Really, really nice
Thank
to see you.
I'm also
Right.
happy to see you.
Wonderful. Thank you for agreeing to do this with me. And we're going to talk about all of this, although I have specified what the health issues that you have gone through or you have survived. When we get into the conversation, you can be specific and then talk about them. Right. So I'm going to ask you, when did you notice that there was something wrong? Anyone at all can answer first. Like, if you're ready to go, we're going.
Okay.
When did you notice that there was something wrong?
Yeah. Way back to the year 2000,
Okay.
my late wife was falling sick. Today she's sick, tomorrow she's sick. As a man of God, we pray, we go to hospital, but we are not getting a solution. We try many hospitals. She have 13 different hospital cards.
Wow.
So we tried this, we didn't get the result. We try another.
But then were they giving you a particular condition? Like, were they telling you there's something like
fever,
malaria? Okay.
Typhoid.
Okay.
Those are the underlying illnesses they were mentioning. And we are treating it. And we are not getting the result.
Right.
And I see that she's getting sick the more. So people are attributing to spirituality.
Okay.
So as a pastor,
You too,
we involve in the spiritual aspect, but still we are not getting the solution. Till a friend directed me to go to Rafa Clinic.
Okay.
At Tema.
Right.
It's behind TDC. So it was Rafa Clinic. Then the Dr. Ado done all his examination and he gave me a note to go to Tema General Hospital. So I asked what is in the note. So when I get there, they will explain. So, but I was not convinced. So together with my late wife, we are in a taxi. So on the way, I opened the note because I was curious to know.
Anyway.
I was asking a lot of questions. He's not telling
But what
me.
if it was a letter bomb?
Well, I was so curious to
Anyway.
know. So I opened the letter, which I supposed not to. Then the Dr. Ado was telling the doctor at Tema General that please cancel the couples and let them do HIV tests. I say, hey, HIV tests. Then I look at my wife. Then I show her the letter. In fact, she was so weak, so she said I should. What
Read
is
it
in
to
the
her.
letter? So I read, and she said, by that time we have already entered the Tema General Hospital premises. So a voice says we should do it. A
Don't do
voice
it.
says no, don't do it. And in fact, my wife didn't like it that we should do it, but a silence voice told me that why not? Let's try. We don't, because she's falling sick too much. So we went in, we handed the note, and they prepared us that we are here to do HIV test. And they took our blood sample. And in those days, it is not a result that you can get today.
Immediately.
So they said we should go and come back in 3 days' time. In fact, when we left, we couldn't sleep. We pray and pray and pray. God, have mercy. Lo and behold, the 3rd day we went, the result came that I am positive. Lydia is also positive. How? Nobody know. Whether I infected her, she infected me, who brought it, we don't know. And the disclosure was also done badly.
Okay.
Unlike today, that they will
That's
cancel you. They say we are going to die.
Oh, outrightly?
Yes, at the Tema General Hospital. I am mentioning specifically for they are aware, they know. This is not the first time I'm saying this. That all our colleagues who came could not survive. So if we have any property, we should go and start
Outrightly.
putting. Exactly. We are going to die. The way they were even doing it, the doctor handed it to the nurse. I could sense that
What year was
something.
this?
Come again.
What year was this?
2000.
Okay.
The
That's
year
like
2000.
25 years ago.
Yeah, 25 years ago. So they broke the news and we left home. When we came home, because they told there was no any antiretroviral even at the system at that time.
Okay, we'll
So,
get to that.
yeah,
we'll
so
get into that.
Our
So-
fate was just in our hand when we came home.
Right, so that's how you found out.
Yes,
that you were-
that's how we find
Okay.
out.
I'll get into my next question.
Yes.
Aunt Comfort, at what point, how did you know that there was something wrong?
Actually, that was in 2009,
Okay.
somewhere around on November or so. I noticed there was a small sore on one of my nipples.
Okay.
So I quickly went to the hospital to check up. When I went, my breast was examined and I was told there was nothing wrong. But the sore was there. So 2 weeks later, I went back.
It wasn't healing in 2 weeks.
Yes, it wasn't healing in 2 weeks. I went back and I was given some antibiotics and Vaseline to apply. Another 2 weeks, it was still as I presented it, so I went back. And still the doctor examined me and he said there was nothing wrong. So I should go and continue with the medication that has been given to me. A month later, I still felt that no, there was something wrong. Let me go back. I went back and it was the same. So I waited for another 1 month and I went to another hospital. I went there and they also examined me and just gave me some ointment to go and apply. 3 months later, this thing was still there. So a medical doctor a friend medical doctor came to my office and then I had spoken with him about it. So he was trying to find out how the whole thing was, going. And I explained to him, I said, okay, let me have a look at the ointment that was given to you. He had a look at it and said, oh, this is steroid. Well, it could happen that you wouldn't see anything at the tip of it. Probably there's something else also developing. So go back to where you went at first. That was Rich Hospital, now Greater Accra Regional Hospital. So I went there, the doctor examined me again, and he said, Sister Comfort, there's nothing wrong with you. In actual fact, that day, I wasn't feeling good. Not that I was sick, I wasn't feeling any pain in my body, nothing was wrong with me. But emotionally, I wasn't feeling good because I could see that the sore is there. And more than 3-4 months, it's still there, 5 months. Then I think he realized it when I was going out of his office. Then he called me back and said, come and sit down. I sat down and then he gave me a note to go and do mammogram. So I went to 37 Military Hospital where I had a mammogram. And when I had the result, I presented it to him. He had a look at it. It was there and then that he just wrote another referral note. He called Kolebu Teaching Hospital and spoke with the doctor and asked that he's sending a sister to come and see him and he will need urgent attention, so he should take care of it. Apparently, the report was stating that the mammogram couldn't really bring it out, so they have to do further checks. So when I went there, he also spoke with me and he decided I would do a biopsy. So we did a biopsy in the evening and he asked that I should take it. So by then we didn't have Lancet here. We had it as a small office opposite Kolebu Teaching Hospital. I went there and I was told I had to pay 1,000 cedis as at that time.
And in what, 2008?
2009.
9.
I didn't have it. I had, I think, 200 on me, but I was told that no, I have to take it home. If I get the money, I should bring it. The following day, I was able to get the money, so I took it. And I had to wait for 2 weeks because I was told they were going to take it to South Africa by then. In actual fact, waiting for the 2 weeks wasn't easy because I really did not know what was happening. Yeah. And then eventually the result came. I went to see the doctor. I sat in front of him. He was looking at me and I was also looking at him. For about 30 to 45 minutes, I said, Doctor, what is it? Please let me know. He said, okay, I will tell you, but later. So we went to the OPD in the evening. He asked that I should get to the OPD. So I went there. It was there that he asked one of the medical officers, I think the younger ones, one of them to have a look at it. So they just put me there, look at it, and then immediately the gentleman said, "Madam, do you know you have breast cancer?"
Just like that.
Just like that. And there was a nursing sister with him. So I started shaking. I got up, I was trying to hold him, and then he pushed me back. So what I was asking was, can I survive? Can I survive? Then he pushed me back. And then they called the consultant who came in. Hearing from the discussion, all that I heard was that, I had breast cancer. To be honest with you, if I had died, that would have been the way that the news, like you were saying, that was broken to me. I had gone there from the office in my suit, dressed. I wasn't sick. I was normal. So the OPD, a lot of people were there. I walked through them and I entered this place. So when I got down, there was this old lady who was sitting there. I think she was sorting out folders. And she asked me, "Ba, in tree, why am I crying, my daughter?" And I said, "The doctor says that I have breast cancer." And they said, "Oh, this is not the end of it. You will survive, so don't you worry." How can I survive? Because so far as I'm concerned, since from my childhood, if you hear somebody is suffering from cancer, it means that's the end of that person. It wasn't easy. So I quickly called some medical doctors who were friends, and one came around. So when I was coming out of that doctor's room, he said I should wait till the evening before I even did the biopsy. It was tears all over. Everybody was looking at me. I was just crying. So I met this doctor friend, and he said, he was even asking me, "What's wrong?" And I was still crying. So he took me to a colleague on the beach. He said we should go and sit there for some time, because I was supposed to go for the biopsy in the evening. That was that time. We were sitting there at the beach, and I felt like I should just get up, go and jump into the sea and end it up, because what would be my life? As I said, the thought came thrice. So I told him he should let us live there. I said, "No, the place with the air, the breeze and everything will help." So that we'll hang around. He's fine. He's looking for something for me to eat. So that I said, no. I didn't tell him that was happened to me, but I nearly jumped into the sea. So he quickly held me, and then we came to his apartment. As at a time we sat down, within some few minutes, I visited the ladies more than. Then he asked her, "Do you like this?" I said, "No, I don't know what was happening to me." Till the evening when we went and had the biopsy, and then they brought it, and then the doctor confirmed that, honestly, I had breast cancer, and it was stage 3+. It was getting to stage 4.
So we get into the diagnosis point as well. But Auntie Ruth, when did you first notice that there was something wrong with you?
Okay, I never experienced anything like lump, sore, nothing, no changes on my breasts. I just attended a friend's funeral. A friend she died of breast cancer. So through the conversation with the elder brother, I decided to go and check mine, because I have never checked mine before. And moreover, we don't have that in our family. So when I got home from the funeral, I called the doctor friend that, I want to come and do screening. Then he said, I should come. So the following day, which was Monday, that was in January 2023. We just finished the new year. So I went, and then it was checked. And then he said he felt something, in my breasts, that I should go and do a scan. So he directed me to a hospital at Lakeside, Ghana Sweden Medical Center. So I went there for the scan and to see an oncologist. And then he also, examined the breasts and asked me to go for the scan. So I went for the scan and then came back with the result. And he said, in fact, the doctor was very good, because he sat me down, I was with my son, and then counseled me, told me that I had breast cancer, No, he said he's seeing some images in my breast. So he even showed me the images on the screen, the computer. Then he asked me to go for a biopsy. So I went to Korle Bu for the biopsy and then went back to him, Dr. Idusa. So when I went, he saw the thing and he said, "Oh, my dear lady, you have cancer, stage 4.
Wow.
In fact, I
You
sat
mean no
down.
sign at all?
No sign at
pain,
all. No sign,
lump?
no pain, nothing. I sat down, then I started crying.
Oh.
It was like the whole world was coming to an end for me. It was a very tedious journey. And fortunately, I was with my son. He goes everywhere I'm going, I call him and he goes with me. So he held me and then comforted me, and the doctor too comforted me. He told me that, no, this is not the end of your life. That if you have money, come back, we'll do the treatments. Because right now, as it is, you need an aggressive treatment. So I said, okay. So I called, he gave me a notice to go to the administration for a bill, He said I should go for about 6 chemotherapy sections. So I went there and they gave me the bill. So immediately I called my daughter via Facebook video call. She is outside the country. So I called her, and then she also encouraged me that, "Mommy, this is not the end of the world. Do it." And my son too, So I had the encouragement from the doctor, the nurses, Then that was, it. Then I started the treatment. I did 6 sections of chemotherapy.
Wow. We'll get into the
Yes.
treatment and the diagnosis as well. Well, some of my other questions that I want us to talk about, you've intertwined and put all of that. But I'm still going to ask you that who was the first person, point of contact, when you were told? Who was the first person that actually came to mind to call?
My senior pastor.
Your senior pastor.
Yes.
Why was that?
Because HIV at that time and today was a fearful thing. The stigma was so high, and I was thinking that, who will hear this story for me? And thinking that we are going to die. So I don't want to die and people would attribute it to anything. I want the truth to be known. So I call my senior pastor, because he has been with us, he has been praying for us. And so I invite him to our sitting room, and I break the news. In fact, that was the biggest mistake.
Why?
The biggest ever mistake.
But that was your senior pastor.
Exactly.
So what happened? I'm
Immediately
interested.
he
What happened
heard
after
the
that?
news. He wake up from the sea, say, "What? Oh, John, you have disappointed me. Oh, I can't work with you again." As he speak, he was
Going
reversing.
back.
The next was the door. Bam.
How did that make you feel?
How would I feel? Very bad. And he didn't end it there.
You started telling people.
He announced it on the pulpit.
I'm sorry, what?
He announced
Like
it
church
on
time.
exactly. Because my wife was very sick now. He can't walk again. And he wanted to end his life. So I told him, no, let's wait for God to call us. But he doesn't want to listen to that. So I don't want to leave her and go out for anything, because I'm afraid by the time I go and come, something will happen to her. So I'm always close to her, encouraging her. So I was in a church on that day. The news from the church reached me that, "Hey, Rev, you see Wanya is."
Oh.
Wanya is. So the news ran very fast in the community. We were living even in a compound house. The news got to the tenants. Now they also start putting pressure on the landlord that sack us, because we are living with AIDS. They don't even say HIV, they say AIDS. And those days there's a one bathroom that every tenant go to use. Unlike today that every room has a bathroom. They say, no. When we go there, we leave AIDS in the bathroom. and therefore they cannot use it.
I think there was lack of education on that.
Of course.
Yeah.
Life was very miserable. And now my wife bathed in the bedroom. I bought her a bowl.
So
She bathed inside. I'll carry the water and throw outside. It was a very serious issue.
So were you able to go out? Now that the news are still
I go
everywhere.
out. When I go, people point.
The point
This is
fingers
the
on you.
ace pastor. The man who got ace. If pastor get ace, then Jesus will come soon.
Yes, you heard all of that.
All of this. And my children go down to buy food. They don't sell for them. The Ghana CD, they say there's ace inside. They don't sell food for them. I have to leave the area to unknown place. On. Then I heard on GTV. Not those days, only GTV flash around. 7 o'clock, all of us will go and
Watch the
stand
news.
and watch. Then I heard the news that, hey, people living with HIV has gone on demonstration. See, because their antiretroviral has got finished and government
Hasn't
couldn't bring new consignment. Then I say, hey, so there is
Something like
there's
that.
something, and they mentioned Kolebu. I said, wow. Then I left the place. I went and told my wife, hey, I heard some news. See, there's a medicine. And they mentioned Kolebu. I said, okay, tomorrow I'll be the first to be at that Kolebu. So early in the morning, I reached Kolebu. And Kolebu is so big. I don't know where
To pass.
Where
Who
to
are
pass?
you going to talk to?
I was wondering, and I don't want to tell people my story. I was wondering, then I approached a security man. And they were speaking Ghana. I can also speak Ghana. So I approached, so, Ofane, good morning. Ofane, where are the ace people? They say, hey,
No,
I don't know. I don't know how to even put it. They say, hey,
They
those
ran away.
people, they are dying, you know.
Hey.
God have cursed them.
Oh.
So I want to go there because my sister is there. No, I'm finding a way into getting a remedy.
Yeah, true.
So he hold my hand, forgetting that me myself I'm HIV. He hold my hand, then we go to the fevers unit. Then he point the place. When I go, don't touch them. Just see them and go away. So I thought my sister is there. So no, he was touching me. He didn't know that I didn't tell him I'm HIV. This is the hypocrisy side of people. There are people you eat with, even your wife, even your husband, your daughter, your son, they are HIV. But because of trust, they can't tell you. You are eating, doing everything with them, but because you don't know. So if you get HIV, you've already gotten it. Those are not the mode of HIV transmission. So I went there and I could see people, the same symptoms my wife was suffering from. I see a lot of them. I approached one of the nurses. So where is your wife? Bring your wife now. After the demonstration, the medicine has come. So I live far away in Temalashibi. So I can't come again unless the next day. I arrange a taxi. The next day I brought my wife and they test us again. And I was positive. My wife, my late wife was still positive. Now we have 2 children. They test them, they were negative. The children were negative, but the parents were positive. So they quickly put my wife on medication. I was a bit strong. And at that time, because the medicine was not enough, so there's a cut point. If your CD4 is above 200, they will not put you on medication. Those that are below, there are people who they put on antiretroviral at that time. So my wife was put on medication. I was given some other multivitamins to take. But God was so good. Within a matter of 6 months, my wife revived.
Nice. I like that
My
spirit.
wife revived.
I would want to know more after that.
Thank you.
So we'll take a break. We're still on the Friends and Family Show, and we're talking about surviving health issues. So you know that sometimes, you know, it's just a little bit of education that's going to help you move from one step to the another. So I'm taking a break. When I'm back, we'll get into this conversation more deeper, and all the things that, you know, initially you didn't know, you'll find out tonight. I'll be back.
Calling all farmers, agribusinesses, and innovators, this is your chance to shine. Channel One TV invites you to exhibit at AgriFair 2025, one of Ghana's largest agricultural exhibitions. From Friday 20th to Sunday the 22nd of June, the Afro Sutherland Children's Park in Accra will come alive with the very best from Ghana's agribusiness sector. Are you a farmer with fresh produce of any kind? Be it crops, livestock or poultry, fisheries or aquaculture, or you're a supplier of agro inputs and processing machinery, this is your platform to connect with the world. AgriFair 2025 is more than an exhibition. Showcase your fresh produce, share your expertise and experience, and grow your business. So, to all farmers with fresh produce, livestock or poultry, fisheries or aquaculture products, come, sell, network, and expand your business. AgriFair 2025, where culture meets innovation. Register now to secure your spot. Call us on 0205 973 973. Come one, come all. Enjoy the freshest farm produce at unbeatable prices and treat yourself to sizzling kebabs made from beef, mutton, pork, chicken, and more. Great taste, great value. Don't miss out. The AgriFair 2025 is powered by Channel One TV with support from 97.3 City FM and is proudly sponsored by the Ghana Exim Bank, Legacy Crop Improvement Center, Development Bank Ghana, Agri Impact Limited, and the Horticulture Business Platform. Our technology partner is Farmerline.
All right, welcome back. It's still the Friends and Family Show live on Channel One TV. I still want for you to send me messages. I've seen a few, but I'd want for you, if you haven't sent me a message yet, probably you just want to share your surviving story. I would really appreciate and love to read them via WhatsApp on the number 020-444-7033. Don't forget to add your name. Well, my name is Noyo Kwote. If you just joined, you're very welcome. We're talking about surviving health issues, and I bet that you have a story to share. If you do not, probably you'd want to learn a little bit, because sometimes it's just total ignorance that's going to make people behave or treat you in a particular way. So, coming back to my guest, let's talk about life before all of this happened. You know, you're going about your business, you had dreams, you know, you had ambitions, you had plans in a particular period. Before all of this, how? Let's just take me through. How was life before the day you were told that you have this? Anyone can take it?
Cancer, I'll take that one. Cancer is a life-changing event. In fact, I had plans of traveling outside the country, go around, you know, because I'm on pension.
Right.
I'm on pension, so my plan was, as soon as I get my pension benefits, I'll start traveling, you know, going to friends, you know, and families. Then this story hits me like a stone. And fortunately, because I was with my son, you know, he was able to help me, you know. And then the doctor and the nurses, the way they took me through counseling, the doctor told me that chemo, when you start chemo, your hair will come off. So he would advise me to cut my hair. So as soon as I got home, I told my son to take me to his barber. So I went there and, you know,
cut your hair,
got a clean shave before I started the journey. And it was a very tedious journey. Cancer, when you hear the word cancer,
you run.
So the plans, you know, it's in the Bible. Our ways are not his ways, neither our thoughts his thoughts. So me, all I told my God was, hold me with your powerful hands, because I am weak and he is the mighty one. So he has to hold me, you know, because for you to be diagnosed with that deadly, you know, you can imagine.
I think the thoughts alone can even kill you faster.
Exactly. And then I didn't know, apart from my children, I said I wasn't going to tell anybody. But upon second thought, I said no. If I don't tell my friends and relatives, this thing will kill me. So I called a friend who worked at a cancer center in UK, but now a retired nurse in Ghana now, you know. And she brought me books on cancer, the books that survivors, you know, wrote, poems, and then so I started reading. You know, that has really helped me a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, Aunt Comfort?
Well, I, as a career person, was looking at forward to be able to climb the ladder. I had my children. I had lost one, I think, some few years back, and I had two. The first one has just completed the university, and the second one was about to enter the university. Somebody who used to take care of young ladies at church, and I'm a Baptist, and in the Baptist church we have Baptist young ladies. So I used to take care of them, and had taken care of so many children for so many years. And I was looking forward, I had daughters, I was looking forward to be around to take care of my children, my family. I had a mother to take care of as well. So all these things were plans that, you know, I had in mind. And all of a sudden, this thing has happened. If I'm not able to survive, what happens to my children especially? So I quite remember when I was diagnosed, and I told my husband and my children. We all prayed, and some few friends that I told, I think some of them told me that for surgery that should be out, because as soon as they touch it with a knife, it wouldn't be well with you. But I told them, I told my kids, my husband, that I want to go in for the surgery, because the doctor had given me 2 weeks. He showed me a diary, a big one. He said when people come and they want to do the surgery, they will go and they will not come back. By the time they return to the hospital, it's deteriorated. And as soon as you touch that person and he dies, you have killed him. And for that matter, he wasn't going to do that. It's giving me 2 weeks to go and think about it. If I want to have the surgery, I should come back. The following day, when I came, I felt that, no, I want to go. My husband suggested we pray for some time, and I said, well, we've been praying. I really agree with you, but I think that I feel I want to go in. So when I went back, the doctor was even surprised. I went there with my husband and my kids that I want to have the surgery. He gave me an appointment, and I went. And one thing that when I went there and I was laying in my bed, I was crying, singing this song through all the changing scenes of life. I didn't know what was going to happen to me. I was crying, and I saw a woman also lying down there, and she was asking me, why are you crying? And I told her, the doctor says they're going to take my breast off because I have breast cancer. And she looked at me and she said, they are taking your breast off, and that's why you are crying. You came here laying in your bed and you are crying. I felt the woman was very, sensitive. So after they've taken me the following day, I went early in the morning, I think around 7. But I came back, when I came round, it was getting to 9 p.m. I think they had a little challenge. I told them, they asked me that.
Had the surgery
the surgery, yes. I had gone, the following day, I went for admission, and then the following day I had the surgery. And I think
that was quick.
When I was, the anesthesist was asking me questions, I told whether, I think she asked whether I drink or not. I said yes, but I really do not drink, sometimes a little wine.
Right.
So I think it took time for me to come back.
Okay.
You know. So when I came back the following morning and they had come to attend to her, then I noticed that her limbs had been amputated. And they give her injection, they will dress the sore in no time, so, and the way she'll be screaming. Then I realized that, oh,
that's why she
because
made
later, when I was later cancelled, I was told, the doctor asked me, if you see somebody whose limb has been amputated, will you see? I said, yes. How about the hand? I said, yes. But how about the breast? I said, well, for that one, you may or may not. Then he said, okay. Even if it is off, they still can provide something to replace it. So that was it. So these are the things, the dreams. I had a dream to make sure that my children will come up to some level. I also climb up to some level of my ladder. The aspirations, other things that I wanted to do,
was halted
put up
for a
your
while.
house and all that, you know, and also help others who were also depending on me. So to just know my life going to be cut off like that was a bit, you know. But I trusted God that God said He's giving us 70 years and above to live. So God should do something. And it wasn't easy, as my sister was saying. So it was after the surgery that I was told that I'll do, after the result, that I will do chemotherapy.
Oh, so right after the surgery, it doesn't just stop. You still would have to go.
No,
to
they
chemo?
did how do you call it?
Radio.
No, yeah, I did both radiotherapy and
Chemotherapy.
chemo. But after the surgery, they go and do this test that they do. There's a test that they do, and that will come. And so the result of that test determines
whether you do
the chemo or
Right.
the radio. So it was then that the doctor, when the result came, then he also called another specialist. So I was sitting in front of him. There's a case here which is quite different, a bit difficult. So I'm referring the patient to you. So that was when I was referred to the radiotherapy department at the oncology department in Kolebu. When I went there, I was told that I was estrogen positive. So, but they started, like he said, you will lose your hair. They did the counseling all right. So when I came home for about 3-4 days, my hair was on. So I decided, and I was okay. So I wanted to go and retouch it.
Oh. Just 3-4 days.
Yeah, after having, I didn't know what was, you lose your hair, but I've done that in 3-4 days, so what was wrong? So I went to stand in the mirror, and I picked a comb, combing my hair. As soon as I put the comb inside, everything was coming off. Everything was coming. So at the point in time, I had to use my hand to remove it. Yes, so then it was shining like an old man who has used, and my kids will call me Mama Africa. They will look at me and then will be laughing. And the following day, the next day, I was down. I couldn't get up. I couldn't do anything.
Why is that?
Honestly, the chemo
It breaks you down.
It breaks you
after
down.
3 days.
I pray that no woman goes through chemo.
Yes, not even
your
wish
enemy. Yes,
that
to go
for
through
your
it.
worst enemy. Chemotherapy.
Yeah. So through, I think I went.
Do you feel that way after every session?
Every 3 weeks you go. The first week you go, they give it to you in a form of drip. Put it in your hand, they give it to you.
Different
and then,
medicines.
by 10 days time, you have to go and do the lab test to determine whether your white blood cells and those things are okay. HB are okay before you continue.
Right.
So I went for I was told I was going to do 6. So when I went for the 3rd one, it was then that the doctor told me that in my case, because I was estrogen positive, that one is the medical officers will be able to understand, I would need to have an additional drug because what they are using for me cannot help me.
Okay.
So then we asked how much. We discussed it with my daughter, and she said it was 5,000 cedis. Okay, fine. So the next time when I was going, I didn't know I was going to use it at that particular time. So when we went there, the nurses were asking, where's the drug that you say you were going to use? And I told them, the doctor said it, but we didn't know we were going to use it that day. But you said you were going to use it. Apparently it was expensive. And where is it? So my husband said, okay, please you give me the folder. Let me go back to the doctor and see. We went there and he told us that, yes, that's what I have to use. But that drug is not in Kolebu. They don't sell it there. It's expensive. So they will introduce us to the agent that brings it. And we were introduced to a big pharmaceutical company. So a gentleman came in the evening to our house, and it was there that he came to tell us that one vial was that time 6,800 Ghana cedis.
One.
Yes, and I needed 18.
Thank you. Hey.
My husband was bold enough to ask for a reduction. No. Then he said, okay, for the 18, first time I'll have to take 2 at a time, and that they will try and give me 1. But the rest I'll have to pay. And every 3 weeks, I will need 1.
So every 3 weeks, 6,000.
6,800.
So let's round it up to 700.
Yes.
Say 7,000.
7,000.
So every 3 weeks, 7,000.
Yes. By the time I finished, it was, I think, 7,500 or so.
Wow.
And then, so when he came in like this, and he left, we saw him off. I just bowed on the pavement and I started weeping. Because already I've had 1 week, the second week, and the third week, I need a drug. Even if we are to sell a property, when are you going to sell it for you to get it and continue with it? And the treatment is such that it's like taking malaria tab. You have to take it religiously so that it can work effectively for you.
Wow.
And I started with him.
Okay. I'll take a few messages and then we come back to it. Now, after me, but I'll take a few messages. And this one here says, I am from Dr. T in Kumasi. Thank you for sharing your stories, though very personal. You are great survivors. So a little correction though. Previously, the antiretroviral therapy was only initiated for patients with CD4 counts below a certain threshold, not because there wasn't enough antiretrovirals, but because that was the protocol for treatment. Various conditions have protocols for management, which keep changing as new evidence from research is revealed. Indeed, a person can be infected with HIV without having the disease known as AIDS. Currently, that protocol has changed. Thank you all once again. Thank you, Dr. T, as well. This one here says, hi now, I'm Emily watching from Tema. This episode is touching places in my heart I've buried. I'm a cancer survivor, and it feels so healing to hear stories like mine being shared out loud. I hope that you have all the strength, my darling. To everyone who has walked through illness and come out stronger, you are a living proof that things can change. This is Hagan in Kumasi. My name is Mauli. I'm watching with my mom who has struggled with kidney issues for a while. She's quietly nodding over here. Being with family during health challenges really makes things better. And again, I never understood how strong people with chronic illnesses are until my best friend was diagnosed. Thank you for giving survivors this space. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to ask you, Reverend, and life before, you realized that you had this.
HIV.
Yes.
Yeah, as a young pastor, I was working with my senior pastor.
Is it okay for me to ask how old you were?
At that time?
Yes.
Or now?
No, back then.
Youngins. Now, I was around 29.
Right.
Yeah, 28.
Oh, so you were young.
Yes. Yes. And I'm 54, 55 now.
Beautiful.
Yes. And I learned to take care of myself. After I got to know my status, I'm on antiretroviral, and I've read a lot. I've gone to a lot of seminars, how to eat, how to take care of yourself. And those protocols are very important. So those I have followed, and that has kept me healthy as I am.
Nice.
And so my passion was to win souls for Christ. And that was what I was doing before HIV set in. And it nearly killed my vision, but God has been good. I revived it, and I'm back to church business strongly. My church is on the Spinters Road, near Coastal Estate, the Word Savior Church. I'm the senior pastor in charge.
Nice.
My church know that their pastor is HIV. It will amaze you. We have so many pastors in Ghana that are HIV positive who do not have the courage to come to the clinic, even for their medicine. Not to talk about it. Talk about it is a different thing. Accept it and come to the clinic and take your medicine. That is the first point of healing. So they hide. People have to pick medicines serve them at home because of stigma. We have journalists, we have chiefs, we have queen mothers, we have politicians, every angle of human race, there is HIV there. That is why stigma is not the way to go. Accept the person who he is. He's a human. And amazingly about HIV, we have reached a stage we call undetectable stage. It means when you take the medicine very well, religiously, your virus will go very down to a dormant stage where you cannot infect your next partner. I lost the woman I was talking about. I lost her some 4 years ago.
Okay.
And she didn't die of HIV. I've remarried again, but my new wife do not have HIV. Can you imagine? She doesn't have HIV. I approached her, she accepted my proposal. I told her I am HIV positive. That did not deter her back. We are fully married. She has given birth. She was
the child isn't.
The child is not. The mother is not. That is what people should learn. That HIV cannot end your life there. When you accept you are on medication, life goes on.
Right. So are you still on medication?
I'm still on medication. Okay. Yes, it's a life medication.
Right.
Yeah, so you can't afford to mix a single dose.
Okay.
No, wherever you are going, your medicine must be with you. I know that this show, I will get home before 8 o'clock. I take my medicine by 8. Okay. So wherever I move with my medicine.
Right.
Because I may be in town and it will be 8 o'clock.
Right.
Or I know myself, so I carry my medicines along with me.
So looking back, do you feel that you missed some kind of sign? Like you weren't paying attention to something? Like, so did you miss any sign?
A sign like
there was something wrong. You should have paid attention to something. Those minute things that
cause HIV.
Yeah, not personally, not you. Okay. But like I'm asking a general question.
Okay.
Probably you missed a particular sign that you smack, and so I should have, paid attention
to that.
To this.
Oh no, because in HIV, in this case, whether I infect my late wife,
or she
I don't know.
You don't know.
Or she infect me. HIV, you wouldn't know who infect you. The journey of HIV, you will never know. Probably you may be pointing to somebody, but that person is not. So all you need is to accept it. Accept it. Many people don't have the power.
It's very difficult to accept it.
That is why people are dying. Because you don't accept it. A pastor will come and deceive you. There is a spirituality. Come for prayer.
Right.
You will go there and die.
You think the education is still low?
And then a herbalist will come. Why there is antiretroviral here, free, that can save your life. So just accept it and go for medication. Where it come from, it's not a problem now. It has already happened. Where it come from. If we are here and a snake enter here, what should we do? We will quickly do what? Kill the snake. Before we'll be asking, where did the snake pass? Right now, you are not killing the snake. You want to know where did the snake pass before it bites. Where the snake too is there. Kill the snake. Later you ask, where did it pass to enter the studio? That is what people are forgetting. That is why they have it. They don't want to go to hospital for treatment. And they are dying.
Okay, let me ask my final question so we go away.
Yes.
What has kept you all through knowing it, going through the process of treatment, and then now? What has really held you, has kept you down?
Positivity.
Positivity.
You need to be positive. You need people with positive mind to surround you. At this point, you don't need anyone to give you any negative ideas. That go here, go to church, do this, do that. No. You need people who encourage you, tell you about how to go about your sickness. Look, what is happening now, most of the people, they are in self-denial. That is what is killing them. They will not go to the hospital. They will rather go for... A friend of mine died recently. She's always watching a TV station. I will not mention the name here. And she will call me and tell me that, hey, they are showing this thing, or there's this man saying this herb will work for you. tune in and go to him. Apparently, she was also suffering from cancer. You know, she didn't tell me. I was open to her. I told her about, and she was with me throughout the journey.
And she never said.
She never. So it's self-denial. And you don't need any negative people, even in your house. You don't need any stress. You have to live a stress-free life, you know, so that will keep you moving.
And comfort?
I think our faith in God works, and the support system. My family also believe in God, and you need help. You really need help, because when it happens like that, you are vulnerable. And if you don't take care, whatever anybody tells you, you'll pick it up, like he's saying. So you need to be strong in the Lord, and you need the supporting system that will help you, the parent, the need. In fact, we went for treatment. Sometimes people do not even have money to buy drink while they are even taking the medication. There's nobody with them. And it wasn't easy. But I will bless the Lord for the life of my husband. By the time I even came back from the surgery, I saw that my dress had been placed on the bed where I was always sleeping. As soon as I entered, I noticed this man was claiming my life back. My kids, they will pray with me. They will ask, Mommy, what do you need? And we talk about TV program, religious program that I was listening about healing. And initially, I would not read about anything about it. But later, I started reading about it. And then I realized what I have to do, things that I don't have to do.
Reverend?
And
that so we have to like be strong. Be strong.
My eating habit and everything.
Right. Reverend?
Yes. Number one is God.
Right.
Put your trust in God. And for me, I went through a lot of tribulations, but my trust for God never goes down. Day in, day out, I encourage myself that Job went through more than this, and God saved Job's life. And definitely God will save my life. And God has seriously saved my life. And today I'm a mentor, a role model for other young people who are HIV positive. And I save a lot of lives of children who are HIV, lost their parent, and they become orphans, who are under my care. So God is number one, and the support system.
Nice. I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for sharing your stories, because usually most people would not be able to, talk about it. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this with me. And so this has been the Friends and Family Show. We've been talking about surviving, health issues. I want to thank you, Auntie Ruth, for agreeing to do this. Auntie Comforter, thank you so much. And then Reverend Charlie.
Thank you.
Yeah. So then I'll be back tomorrow, same time. And thank you for your messages as well. My name is Noyo Kwote. I always love you doing the watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Mwah.